Hi, my name is Saranya. I am a postdoctoral researcher in the McKay Lab. We are trying to understand the mechanisms that maintain intestinal health and how they become disrupted during chronic inflammation. Our lab explores different pieces of that puzzle, including the effect of helminth parasite on immune responses, the role of macrophages in tissue healing, and how mitochondrial health contributes to gut function.
So I did my PhD at Queen's University in Belfast, and that was on general gut function. And at that stage, I really wasn't aware of the problem of inflammatory bowel disease. So when I moved to McMaster in Hamilton, I really was almost traumatized by the fact that IBD is such a terrible condition that many people within Canada and across the globe are suffering from. Treatments are pretty good, they're getting better, but there's no cure for these conditions. And I just felt this was really where I wanted to take my research, to try to make a meaningful contribution to understanding the condition of inflammatory bowel disease, what drives that disease, and then hopefully to open up some new avenues for the development of new treatments. Because like I said, these are really debilitating, horrible conditions affecting over 300,000 Canadians, and I think through research we can really do better and improve the lives of those suffering from IBD, and of course their caregivers, and relieve that burden on the healthcare system.
It would be a detective series because we are constantly searching for clues about how the immune cells, microbes, and our own cells can interact. Every experiment helps solve one mystery but usually reveals several new ones. That's what makes science more interesting and challenging. Our lab is like a scientific melting pot. We bring together researchers from different disciplines, culture, and career stages, which creates a collaborative environment where people are constantly learning from each other and approaching problems in new ways. One of the most exciting projects in our lab is developing a cell-based therapy that uses patients' own macrophages to promote healing in the gut. We collect, reprogram these macrophages before returning them to the patient. We are hoping to start a clinical trial very soon that brings us one step closer to translating our research into a potential treatment for patients with inflammatory bowel disease.
I think that research is so important to advancing how we understand medical conditions and make advances into new treatments. I think it's also really important that the public understands that it's incremental. It takes a lot of people to do this. We do make mistakes, but we learn from those mistakes, and then gradually over time, my lab, other labs, as a collective, really advance that knowledge that allows us to make informed decisions about how to develop new therapies and improve healthcare.